Now onto the bank clients during the crisis. Santos' data excluded privately held firms, and now I would think that public firms tend to be larger and have access to more than non-bank financing. So couldn't these firms, who are larger, issue their own bonds as to not be bank dependent and be charged higher rates? Now another question I have is regarding the loan size. And Santos states that firms took smaller loans during the crisis. Now, was it just because the banks were lending firms less, or did these firms choose to borrow less because it was such a bad time?
It don't make sense if it don't make that money. It don't make sense if it don't make that money. I'm gonna take that money. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that money.
Now, regarding bank profits during the mortgage crisis, Santos stated that there was a decrease in return on assets. Now, did safer banks' return on assets decrease because they were taking less risky projects, or because they were lending less due to the liquidity crunch?
Dollar bills on top of dollar bills. That's all I'm throwing if she want a mama wheel. Made man, I'm screaming dollar bills. Pop the trunk on the Porsche, there they go. Dollar.
And now I'm just questioning the interest rate benchmark that Santos used. I'm wondering why he used LIBOR instead of using the Fed funds rate. I'm really not sure on this. I mean, maybe LIBOR is tied to subprime mortgages somehow, but that's just one of my questions. And also, I mean, was LIBOR affected by the crisis, or was it? I mean, is that a reason why he used LIBOR instead of Fed funds rate? Again, I'm really not sure. But here are the two charts, and they seem pretty similar, at least. This is from Bloomberg. Now, referring back to past papers and looking at credit rationing, he said that banks with higher losses charged higher interest rates. Now, wouldn't that increase the likelihood of risky projects by borrowers and then cause for more bank losses in the long run? And also, wouldn't charging higher interest rates to bank-dependent borrowers drive out all of the good, safe borrowers? And now also referring back to microfinance, subprime mortgages are targeted to clients with tainted or limited credit history, much like microfinance loans, and they charge a much higher interest rate, and this yields more incentive to get better credit history and refinance the mortgage into a prime mortgage, and yet these subprime mortgage borrowers defaulted. Why did these borrowers fail when there seems to be some similarities between subprime mortgages and microfinance loans?
Money, it's a guy.